Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Iron Man Mark VII, and it is by Comicave. Initially they weren't going to release this one, but now they decided to release it, which I am very happy about. Hopefully we'll get Midas and Starburst soon. Alright, and inside the box, here's what you're going to get. You get a bunch of accessories on the left side, and then on the right, that's where the figure is housed. And in the middle, has a little diagram to explain some of the items, some of the features, and some of the articulations and accessories and all that stuff for you there. So let's get into it. Right, so here's a good look at the Mark VII from the front. Turn them to the side. And there's the back side. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the features on this figure. We'll go over articulation as well. So head is on a ball joint. The head is on a ball joint, and the base of the neck there's another ball joint. You could actually pull the head and the neck completely off. The base down there, well, I could pull it off. I'll show you guys. So here's the connector. There's right there, and then there's the wiring, so gotta be careful when you're plugging this back in. And here, basically this piece here is the ball joint, and then the top, it's another ball joint. So put them down. So here, not a good range, not a huge range of motion. As far as the head, you can only look up about that much, and that's it. But you can look a little bit side to side, so that's good. And then base, there's another ball joint. Alright, so I got the head back on, and then shoulders are actually attached to the arm. So you could pull this over, and you can see it's attached using a little ball joint to the shoulder pad. So, and the shoulder, it's actually on the piece that's attached to the arm is the ball hinge joint. And then over here to the torso, there's a ball joint in there, so it gives you really good range of motion. But it is very, very stiff. You could hear it. But I guess once you mess with it a little bit, it will loosen up. And then bicep, there's a rotation right there. And then double jointed elbows, which is nice, but it does limit the range a little bit around the bicep section. This piece right here, it sticks out. You can see the gold piece does stick out a little bit, so it limits its range, mobility range a little bit. So you could bend about that much. And then the wrists are on a ball hinge joint and is attached using a peg system. So if you want to switch out hands, it's actually easier. And then as for the torso, two sections. Here on top here there's a ball joint, and then here down here you could actually lift up, kind of like the Hot Toys version. It's a smaller Hot Toys version. So that you can see I lifted the top section a little bit. Try to do it again. Right there. Okay, I popped the shoulder pad. That's okay. I'll pop that back in later on. And then here on bottom you can see there's another section. It gives you a bit more range of motion, but not a whole lot, but still it's enough, I guess. So I could bend forward about that much, but you could definitely see it holes right there. There's a huge gap right there. And then from the arch back, just about that much, not a whole lot, not at all actually. It's quite limited. Maybe if I flip this up, let's see, would that help at all? So here are the two flaps, well, four flaps there. And once I remove that, does it allow him to arch back a little more? No. These two pieces does get in the way. So yeah, arching back not so much, but crunch, it's okay. And then as for the legs, these are these drop down ones. So you could lower these legs. Well, this one's a little loose. Yeah. And then ball joints. So it could give you about 90 degrees. And then the thighs, it's only a little swivel joint. It would have been nice if this turned out to be a ball joint, because that's what the SHFs use. They use ball joint here, which allows them to give you a better range and to do the landing pose much better. Oh, and this piece, the interchangeable thigh piece right there. And then here you can bend the knees, double joints, and then the feet, kind of cool. The ankle, this piece actually lowers down. So if I want to like that, you can see how it lowers. So it gives you quite a bit more range. And we can do pivot left and right, and forward and back. And then there's toes articulation. A little bit right there. Not a whole lot, but something. And yeah, that's about all there is to the articulation. Let me push them back together first. And don't want to break them. And he is not able to do a cool landing pose, unlike SHFs, because figure arts can do really dynamic poses, but this guy cannot. Put the shoulder pad back on. You can see there's a little slot right there. That's where the ball joint sits. And this piece is metal, so you don't have to worry about breaking or anything like that. So yeah, just like that. So slide those two pieces back on right there. There it is. Yeah, those shoulders are super stiff. And let me do a close-up on his face here. I want to show you something. Alright, here you can see the mouth is actually red, which is annoying because they didn't paint that strip down there. You could remove the faceplate, and then I could just use I tried using a Gundam marker, but it's not, the paint's not staying on, I guess, because it's too glossy. So I'll see if I could try something else another time. But yeah, the face mask you could actually remove. Right, so if I want to remove the face mask, I think I just have to pry this open, and there it is. And it's just the base of that section right above the go paint. I just need to paint that strip all around, and that's it. I would definitely remove the face mask first before I try to paint it. And there's the face mask, and there's that piece of translucent plastic, which helps the lights. Well, that one light for his face there. So as far as the light here, you gotta open these, all four of these flaps, in order to gain access to the battery compartment. And this panel right here, you could just lift that off. It's plastic. And then here, there's an on-off switch. Flip that to on, and use a two very bright LEDs. One for the chest and one for the eyes. So yeah, very bright. Alright, so here we have the Mark VII with the shoulder rocket right there. It's just a peg system. I can remove that and show you guys. And it's kind of tight actually. Break it. Right there, there's a slot. And you can just put the piece back on. Right there. Pops back on. I think it's on. There we go. And then that's for the hands. Might as well switch out one of the hands, show you guys. Here's the repulsor blast hand. Go in right there. Repulsor blast hand. And the effect piece. Could attach that to the front. No. Yep. Actually, this is the right one. I guess kind of like that. Maybe the wrong one. Let's see if I can find the right one to attach this on right there. So there it is. Pulsar blast right there. And then that's for the thigh pieces. just remove that, pull that off, and then just slide this back on. Is this the right one? Yep, right there. Pops on there, and the other side as well, just like that. And the thigh rockets, pretty cool. And then I believe the last thing are these shoulder ones. Just need to pry this piece off. Hold on. Okay, so this side still have the piece on, and this side without, and then there's a little slot. Just let this slide this on there, and voila. Shoulder rockets. Well, not really. I mean, they didn't even paint these, so. But there it is. And yeah, let's do a comparison. Alright, so here we have the two Mark 7s, and this one, of course, is the SHF, which has a very, very dark burgundy color. Wow, the Comicave one is actually accurate to the film. There's a bright red. Yeah, comparison between the two, they're about the same height. So if you own some of the Hall of Armors from SHF, you could definitely put this guy in it to brighten up that Hall of Armor, because the SHF figures are so dark. And it has light up features, so which is nice. And it's gonna set you back about $130 for the Comicave Mark 7, which is not bad, because the Mark 7 from SHF, it's already about 80, I believe it was 80 or 90, somewhere around there, or 70, somewhere around there, 70, 80, 90, somewhere around there. Given you pay a little bit more, you get a die-cast version, and you get light up features. But as far as range of motion, the Mark 7 from SHF is definitely way better. And here are the two doing landing pose, and you can see the SHF is much more natural looking than the Comicave. It's much more natural, but the head doesn't tilt as high up as I wanted him to, which is kind of bad. But you can see the Comicave one, it's definitely not the greatest looking pose. Not the greatest landing pose a figure could achieve. So yeah, hands down, SHF, way better. I meant the landing pose only. So at the end of the day, which one would I go with? If I have to choose one, I probably would go with the Comicave, because I don't really need dynamic articulation for my figures. This one could achieve what I needed him to do for the most part, because most of my figures are just standing anyway, so not a whole lot on doing dynamic poses. I guess if you're doing photography maybe, but this one I think it's much cleaner. The color is definitely way more accurate, and the likeness is better too. You can see how this one, the eyes, if you look at it from far, it looks like he's only has one slit all the way across for eyes, but here you could clearly see two eyes clearly defined. And yeah, overall, yes. Let's get another look. It looks like if you're just looking at it, if you're looking at it from the camera view, it looks like a mini Hot Toys. But with this one, you could definitely tell it's not. It's just a little toy figure. The color's so far off though. It's really off. So yeah, there you go. There's the Mark 7 from Comicave. Thanks for watching.